student, how are you? I think you all are well. You all know I am Rituparna madam, your biology teacher. Now let's start. I already discussed about flower, parts of flowers and male reproductive part and female reproductive part. Now students, look at the picture. This is the male reproductive part. Okay. This is androecium. Androecium contains two parts. Number one is the tube-like structure, stalk-like structure. This is filament, and the lobe-like structure called anther. Within the anther, there is a presence of a pollen grain. And this is the female part or gynoecium. Gynoecium contains the basal ovary and the stalk-like style and at the top stigma. Okay. Now I tell about fertilization. The fusion of male gamete to the female gamete and to produce the zygote is called fertilization. So what is fertilization? The zygote formation through the fusion of male and female gamete. Now students, look at the picture. This is the process of fertilization. In this process, first stigma secretes some nutrients and pollen grains can accept this and they can grow and from the tube-like structure. Okay, look at the picture, tube-like structure. This is pollen tube, and pollen tube within the stigma, through the style they can enter the ovule. Ovule is a female reproductive part. Okay, and the fertilization process occurred. Okay, and the pollen tube contains two male nuclei, and this male nuclei is called sperm nuclei. Okay. Now I discuss or tell about double fertilization. This is the process of double fertilization. This two male nuclei. Okay. I already told that the pollen tube contains two male nuclei. One male nuclei fuse one egg and can form the zygote. Zygote develops to form the embryo. Okay. And the another male nuclei fuse another egg and they can form the endosperm. This is endosperm and this is zygote. So this process is called the double fertilization. Now after the fertilization, the fruit and seed, fruit formed. So fruit is a ripened ovary and seed is a ripened ovule. Now I discuss about the fruit formation and seed formation. This is the formation of fruit and formation of seed. Okay. So fruit is the ripened ovary. After the fertilization, the ripened ovary converted or modified into fruit. This is the structure of fruit. And the second one is after the fertilization, the ripened ovule converted into seed. This is the structure of the seed. So the fruit is a ripened ovary and the seed is a ripened ovule. Now I discuss about the fruit. Now students, look at the picture. This is the structure of the fruit. Fruit is a ripened ovary. Okay. The fruit has two parts. Okay. Number one is fruit valve and pericarp. And pericarp has the three parts: the endocarp, mesocarp and exocarp. Now students, look at the picture. This is the structure of the food. Everyone look at the picture. Okay. The outer layer is called the fruit valve. Okay. And the another portion is pericarp. This is pericarp, portion of pericarp. Okay. And pericarp has three parts. This is three parts. Outer layer is exocarp, inner layer is mesocarp and innermost layer is endocarp. Exocarp is a outer layer. Exocarp is a outer layer of the foot, and mesocarp is a fleshy pulpy part that is eaten. This part is fleshy and pulpy part, mesocarp, understand? And endocarp, it is the innermost part of the fruit. Okay, understand? Now I discuss about seed. Seed. This is the structure of the seed. Look at the picture, everyone. Seed. I already told this, the ripened ovule is transformed into seed. Seed are many parts, okay? The seed has many parts. There is the outermost layer is seed coat. Look at the picture, everyone. Seed coat, okay? And this is plumule. Plumule is converted into shoot or stem. Radicle is a root portion. And this one is hilum. Look at the picture, skull-like structure. This skull-like structure attached to the ovary wall, attached to the hilum. It's a skull-like structure attached to the ovary wall. Next one is micropyle. Micropyle is a small tiny spore present at the seed coat, and it can allow the entrance of water and many substances. And the main part is cotyledons. See, some seeds has one, and some seeds have one, or some seeds has one, and some seeds have two cotyledons. Okay, the monocotyledons plant contain one cotyledons, and dicotyledons plant contain two cotyledons. Next, I discuss about fruit. Previous one. Okay, this is the types of fruit. Okay, dry fruit and fleshy fruit. Okay, look at the picture. This is the dry fruit. Okay, why this type of fruit is called dry? Because this is called dry fruit because the pericarp is not divisible into layer. Okay, and if the pericarp is ruptures and come out the seed, this is called dehiscence. And the pericarp is not ruptures and seed is not come out, then it is called indehiscence. Okay, this type of the dry fruits, example of dry fruits is walnut. Okay, walnut, wheat, pea, etc. Next, fleshy fruit. This is a fleshy fruit. Okay, fleshy fruits are the fruits when the pericarp is soft. Look at the picture. Pericarp is soft, pulpy, and outer layer may be pulpy and fibrous. Example is cherry, olive, tomato, etc. Now, germination. Germination means the formation of the new plant from the seed, and this process is called germination. In this process of germination, I already discussed about the plumule and radicle. This is the process of germination. Okay, so in this process, the plumule emerged out, okay, and grow upwards, okay, and they can from the stem. And root or radicle protrude out and they can go downwards. This is the root. Okay, now the germinations are two types: epigeal germination and hypogeal germination. Everyone, epigeal germination means when the cotyledons come out through the soil above the ground, then it is called epigeal germination. In this type, the cotyledon is greenish or photosynthetic. They can provide the nutrition to the seedlings. Example is, there is a many types. Example is pea. Okay, so everyone look at the picture. Cotton, bean, etc. This is the epigeal germination. In this type, the cotyledon come out through the soil, the through the soil on the ground. This is the apigeal germination. Look at the picture. Cotyledon comes out, okay, on the ground, okay, and this means cotyledon মাটি ভেদ করে উপরে উঠে গেছে, সেজন্য আমরা এই ধরনের জার্মিনেশনকে বলছি এপিগিয়াল জার্মিনেশন। এক্সাম্পল হলো কাটন, তুলো, বেঞ্চ, সিড। সো এপিগিয়ালস মিন when the cotyledon comes out through the soil above the ground. cotyledon যখন মাটি ভেদ করে উপরে উঠে গেছে তখন আমরা তাকে বলছি এপিগিয়াল। নেক্সট ওয়ান ইজ হাইপোগিয়াল। Hypogeal means when the cotyledons remains inside the soil and they are non photosynthetic. They don't help the seedlings. They don't help the seedlings. Example, there is a many example. So student, look at the picture. এখানে কি হয়েছে? Look at the picture everyone. cotyledon মাটিতেই রয়ে গেছে, তারা মাটি ভেদ করে উপরে ওঠেনি। the cotyledon remains under the soil. Look at the picture. This is the cotyledons, মাটির তলায় রয়ে গেছে, ঠিক আছে? This is the hypogeal germination. Example is pea, okay, mango, etc. Okay student, now I will upload the written assignment and the worksheet. Everyone do it, okay?